to the 458 Speciale. We've left it until the evening because we've had an invite from W Motors. Now, W Motors, you might be familiar with the name because these are the guys that brought us the Lykan Hypersport. If you're not familiar with that car, it was the car that in Fast and Furious, I think it was Fast and Furious 7? Yeah, Fast and Furious 7, where it dives through several skyscrapers in Abu Dhabi. So they're responsible for that car, and they have an all-new hypercar called the Fenna. I think that's how I pronounce it anyway. So we've had a last-minute invite from them to come down to W Motors HQ, which is brand new. It's in the middle of Dubai. Look at this. We got some Middle Eastern fans here. It's crazy. That's the other thing I'm super surprised at, is the reach of JWW out here is absolutely shocking. It's amazing because since I've arrived, there hasn't been a day gone by where somebody hasn't reached out and said, come and do something. Anyway, back to the original point. W Motors, Central Dubai. Let's go check it out. Right, welcome to the interior of the new Fenir Supersport. Up until now, all I've seen is photographs of it. I can't tell you how incredible the sculpture is on this thing. Please introduce yourself, your role, and how it all came about.
Sure. Well, I'm Ralph DeBas. I'm the founder and CEO of W Motors, and this is the Fenir Supersport. So that's the first Fenir we ever produced, which is the successor to the Lykan Hypersport that everybody knows. And we're very proud to launch it here, but not only in Dubai for the first time, but also in our first flagship store, which we launched on November 29th this year. So it was a big milestone for W Motors to open up a flagship store and to launch a new supercar, which we're making more accessible to the public. So the car is not limited anymore like the Lykan, which was 7 cars only ever made.
Yeah.
We're making 25 cars a year, so it's more of a series production. And we're targeting 100 cars for the next 3 to 4 years.
Wow.
And this car is much more sportier, let's say, than the Lykan. So we reduced 200 kilograms in weight.
Wow.
We added up a lot of new technologies when it comes to the tooling and engineering of the vehicle itself. We have graphene integrated in the body panels. We have 800 horsepower in the flat 6 twin turbo mid-engine, 800 horsepower on this one, 1,200 torque with a 7-speed double clutch PDK. So
I was gonna say, I just noticed this. So, I mean, those of you who watch this channel regularly, I often refer to myself as a gearbox snob, but because I'm either manual or twin clutch. You know?
That's the way to go.
So to see a PDK in this is fantastic.
It was a big step, especially that we work with Roof. So all our cars are powered by Roof. And getting the PDK as well with our relationship with Porsche and Roof was very important for us. And the Lykan first generation had a 6-speed sequential manual, which was really phenomenal as well for people who love racing, like you said.
Sure.
But the double clutch is a different world. So you really feel the difference.
Absolutely, yeah. And for it to be used on the road as well, when you're going slower, it's a lot more of a civilized experience.
It's much easier to drive.
Yeah, that's
inner city driving, and it's much more aggressive when it comes to circuit driving and really racing this car on the road.
So what does the car weigh?
This car is 1,340 kilograms.
Wow.
Compared to the Lykan, which was around 1,480, 1,500 approximately.
Sure. PDK, you mentioned there was a huge amount of torque.
Yeah.
Did you have to do any particular engineering on the gearbox to help it deal with that?
The ZF gearbox can go up to around 1,400 Newton meter torque.
Newton meters?
And this was a big issue with the first generation, which wasn't able to handle such torque. With this one, which is a new one, now we can go up to 1,200 with ease. So we don't feel this torque pressure that we have. It's a rear-wheel drive car, so you have a mid-engine and a 50-50 weight distribution. So when you're accelerating, you really feel all the torque and all the power in it. It's really phenomenal. And the twin turbos with this kind of roof engine, from gear 1 to gear 7, you still feel the turbos kicking in constantly. So it's non-stop from the
relentless surge of torque.
It doesn't stop. From 1,000 RPM up to 6,000-7,000 RPM, you keep on pushing like an animal. So it's really a beast when it comes to driving.
Fabulous. So the last time I interacted with you guys was when we took the Hypersport up to the top of Jebel Jayz. Basically 12 months, as it just by pure coincidence has gone by. You not only have you been working on this, you've been working on Iconic too,
Yeah.
right? Tell me about that, because that's crazy.
It's amazing, yeah. I mean, we wanted to go into electric. W Motors will never do electric cars. We're always going to be making super crazy limited edition sports cars.
Sure.
However, we launched a sister company called Iconic Motors, based in China, where we're developing some mass production but special vehicles. So we launched SPV, which is the first smart, sexy passenger vehicle. It's a really luxurious, crazy looking van designed by W Motors. Let's say it looks similar to the DNA than the Lycan and the Fenir, but on a van and full electric. So we were able to achieve this in a few years of research and development with the multinationals. Same partners that we have with W Motors, Magna Steyr, big names on the market. And we're going to produce over 100,000 units per year. Production starts next year. So we have here the VIP, which you will see now in a bit. We have also the premium edition in our warehouse coming in a few days here.
Nice.
So we want to showcase these crazy looking vans to show the people the future of electric mobility.
Sure. And on top of that, autonomous.
Autonomous is the future.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing.
It's amazing to think that the same brand that is building something so driver focused is able to diversify into not only electric but fully.
That's the future. I mean, like I said, our team, W Motors, is not only a producer and manufacturer of cars. This is one division that we do, creating crazy supercars. But we have an automotive consultancy, which we diverse our activities from engineering, research, development, design. And we develop some crazy looking concepts. And one of them is the autonomous level 5, which we're making with several international partners. The cars, we started production of it. We tested the first prototypes, working beautifully. And we're going to be launching these cars as the official Expo 2020, which is the global exhibition in Dubai. And we're going to have 5 cars driving around here on a level 5 full autonomous vehicle.
So you'll be an official autonomous partner of Dubai
it's going to be quite cool.
Expo.
Yeah,
That's a big deal, man.
It's a big
That's
deal.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Very
Thank
cool.
you.
Yeah, nice work. And so, for those of you who may not realize, Tier 5, is there even a steering wheel?
Nope.
So that when we say autonomous, we mean like you're on your own, bro. You know?
There's nothing. No dashboard, no steering wheel, nothing whatsoever.
Big steps. Fantastic. Also, we're here in your brand new showroom. I assume this is the flagship?
That's the flagship store. We call it the W Motors Gallery, which is the first one opening in the world. So we announced it many years ago that we're going to do something like that. We've been working on it for a year now.
It's stunning.
It's ready. So it's 1,000 square meters of pure W Motors history and the world of W Motors, where you see the concept cars, you see the production cars, you see our future vehicles. And upstairs we have a full design center as well, so people working on design, concept design.
So
anybody
it's
can
all
visit.
happening
So upstairs,
Oh, that's awesome.
we have a coffee shop, we have a Michelin star restaurant, so it's a full experience. And there's an art gallery as well all around, which people can come in and exhibit their art and try to see some unique pieces from time to time. So it's a whole world we wanted to bring to the world, to this region. And we're adapting the same concept for different parts of the world, such as Miami, China as well. Abu Dhabi, we're doing the same, just to duplicate the concept of the gallery.
So, run me through a little bit of this screen. It is literally like being in a fighter jet.
So that's the whole concept of it. We wanted to make something really crazy, looking like a fighter jet, a video game. You have all the information you need here right in front of you. And now this is the normal skin. You also have the race skin, which it turns into purely just a few numbers that you need to see during the racing when you're racing the car. So you have, the RPM, you have the speed, you have the gears, you have all the information there, and you have a small miniature of the Fenir as well, which shows you what's happening to the car. And then in the infotainment, you have the complete diagnostic of the vehicle, where you see the car in 3D, you have all the information that you need. Bluetooth telephone, of course, there's a web browser as well to go in and research on a few things. Music player, so it's a standard thing. There's a hard disk inside the car. And we wanted to keep the weight down, keep everything reduced to the minimum. We just have seats, steering wheel, paddle shift, a small screen, and that's it. We want to give a sporty feeling to it, and that's. I think it's a great job that the designers did adapting it to the vehicle.
I think it nailed it. To me, we're sat in a showroom, the engine's not even on, and it's a sense of occasion just being in it. So, if it's exciting before you turn the engine on,
there's something right about it.
You're doing something right. W Motors and the new Fenir. Today was a totally different take on content. We've been doing lots of driving in the mountains and around about, and today was just something new to keep it fresh. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you've got any questions about that car, please leave it in the comments below. because there was so much information to take on board then. If I didn't ask the questions you guys might want to know about, please let me know and I'll try and find out for you. And that's it. I'm going to take the rest of the evening to absorb what's been going on over the last week. Please be sure to subscribe. The things which are about to unfold for the second week of this tour are going to be super exciting. So yeah, make sure you get the alerts. Oh yeah, that's something else. There is actually a little alert bell on YouTube. If you click that, you'll actually get an active alert when new content goes live, because lately YouTube has been changing its system somewhat, and not everyone who has subscribed has got alerts. So yeah, do that and you'll be first to know. As always guys, thanks for watching. See you next time. Ciao.